Live from the local liquor store to your living room, it's Transformers News with your host, YouTube's most outspoken alcoholic and worldly wino, the dashing and debonair, Drunken Prime. Thank you all. Let's go ahead and gather around. Let's grab a seat and let's get into the news. First off, I want to say to everybody, wherever you are, that I hope you're having a good weekend. It's Saturday night at the time of me shooting this, so I hope that your weekend has been going well and good weather. Spring has finally sprung wherever you are. And let's get to story number one, which is the release of the Transformers Generation Selects Voyager Generation 2 colored Ramjet. This one is already sold out, and for good reason. I mean, this looks awesome. Now, mind you, I'm not a very big fan of this Seeker mold. I got Starscream, and that's been my only Seeker from the Earthrise mold, because honestly, that Starscream has been nothing but problems since I got it, and every subsequent Starscream afterwards. And that's a story for another time, but needless to say, this one looks pretty cool, and it even has a visible cockpit, so that's pretty freaking sweet. This one could be, when it comes back under pre-order, this might be something awesome to pick up. Which ties in nicely to story number two, which is the Generation Select Sandstorm is back in pre-order. And anyone who missed this the first time, this is a pretty good chance to pick it up. Now, if you didn't like the Maverick crossover Maverick figure, this is a good substitute if you don't have that one. This looks better, the paint looks better. I just think that this is a far superior figure to that crossover Maverick, and it's back up for pre-order. If you missed out on it, here's your second chance. If you're a fan of the mold, I would jump on it ASAP. If you're not a fan of the mold, like myself, well, it is what it is. But the main story today concerns the reveal of some of the Netflix War for Cybertron Walmart exclusive figures. So the first thing we see here is the Sparkless Bot, which is basically just a rusted color barricade. It's essentially what we see on the show all the whenever you watch the show. If you haven't seen the show, this is essentially one of the things that happens in the show. You get rusted out remolds to substitute for them, but this one looks actually pretty cool. The DC's Army drone. This one is basically a recolor, and I believe a slight retool of Ironhide. I believe it is, maybe, kind of, sort of. But honestly, this looks cool. I like the colors. I like the way this looks. If this pops up in my Walmart, I'm probably gonna grab this one because it just looks pretty cool. Now for the more controversial reveal was this Cheetor. Now this one was very interesting because I know people who picked up the original Kingdom Cheetor and they thought that it was pretty mediocre. They didn't like it. They thought it was the weakest one in the wave. And they were irate over the legs. They were irate over the overall look and kind of the feel of the figure. And I mean, it was this is controversial, but I mean, it's not that good a figure. It's not good enough of a figure for all these people to have this amount of controversy. Now, this one's interesting because once again, we get another version of the Sideswipe mold. This time we get a recolor, a retool, not even a retool, just a recolor of Deep Cover. Really, what is this, like the ninth version? Now, I'm gonna put a link and I'm gonna put a tag up for you to see my feelings and some of the people I know in the collectors communities. Their various feelings on the constant reuse of the Sideswipe mold. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about all of this, all these reveals, on the new Seeker mold for colors for Ramjet, and the Sandstorm being re-released, and what you think about the reveals for the War for Cybertron Netflix exclusives, the Walmart exclusives. Let me know in the comments what you think. Please feel free to like, share, and subscribe. It'll really help the channel. And once again, this is the Drunken Prime, cracking open one last beer for the night and signing off.